Hey, what's up guys, Vizeh here and welcome to another video on my channel. And today, let's get into a different type of video. Now, last year I did a video about the hashtag #FitsFIFA hashtag that was going over Twitter, and it was creating quite a build-up in the scene. However, yet again, it led to nothing, and we've had a few things happen in the last week or so within the community, which I felt like I should mention in this, as I'm not a established FIFA content creator, but I'm not precisely a small one. I'm like in the middle of the scene. I have no real ties to anyone anywhere, so I can just say my own opinion, and I can be honest with you guys, because most of you guys which want change within the game of FIFA, you know, we all love football, and that's the main thing that brings us all together, right? So you guys that want to see change in FIFA, you guys complain about YouTubers not talking about it. Well, I've always talked about it. So with that said, let's get into this entire Nep and Kurt debate, even on about the entirety of how it all started to begin with, and we'll start from there. So, this entire new movement came from a pro called Uli Bari, I believe he's from Mexico, and he's a pro FIFA player. Now, by the way, I did a video ranting about my thoughts about EA a couple of days ago, which that video is all on YouTube, so if you want to see my opinions of this to begin with, you could go check that video out. But if you know me, then you know my opinions about FIFA and EA to begin with. So, he said, enough is enough. Pros, YouTubers, any influencer in the FIFA community out there, let's all unite and tell our fanbase to not spend a single dollar in this year's Team of the Season as a protest for the current state of the game and servers, adding EA Sports FIFA with the hashtag #WeAreFIFA. Now, may I say, as a content creator, I have urged my viewers to always not spend their FIFA points in the game. Now, by the way, I can't tell them what to do. I can only urge them not to do it. So, as I have always said, do not spend FIFA points in the game. I myself, I don't spend FIFA points in the game unless I get donations through my Twitch or even on YouTube as well. So if you guys want to, want to see me open packs through my donations, which I receive on my Twitch and also YouTube, I put it back into my content and open packs for you guys. So I just recycle money which you guys give to me to put it back into my content. I myself would not put my own money into the game. I refuse to, because I don't see the point in it, because I've never got any value back from my FIFA points. So from my perspective of FIFA points, I'm in the same ballpark here. I completely am on his side for not spending FIFA points on this game. However, which I feel like he doesn't understand, and this is when I started in Nepenthez here, is because the Nepenthez side of it was the fact that the entirety of the whole community that plays FIFA 19, even to this day still, don't really watch FIFA YouTubers and Twitch streamers and all that kind of people. I would say like 15-20% of the entirety of the FIFA community watches YouTubers on a regular basis to get the message to not go and spend FIFA points. I guarantee it will not reach everyone. So this entire one, if every streamer and every YouTuber and every pro all gets all behind each other and says to people, let's not spend FIFA points, the sad part is because, there's rich people out there, and there's also footballers out there that don't care, and they've got money to spend, so it won't make a massive difference to EA. And this is when I sided with Nepenthez. He put out a good tweet saying, telling someone's or my social following to stop buying FIFA points is akin to giving the captain of a sinking ship a glass and telling him to start scooping the water out. I feel like that's a perfect metaphor for this, that the pool of the people that play FIFA is so big that it's not going to make a massive difference to the actual revenue that EA is going to build for Team of the Season, and that's the sad part. My brothers, one's 28, other one's 35. They've both spent FIFA points on the game each year for Team of the Season and also Team of the Year. Do you think they watch, Nepenthez and Bateson and me or Castro or any big pro FIFA player or influencer? No, they don't, because they've got their own lives and jobs and families, and they don't really have time to watch YouTube. Of course, there'll be some people that will do it, but on my side of it is the fact that it's such a massive pool of people that it won't make a massive difference. So yes, we can try and make an effort. Not enough people does it. Now, let's get onto this Kurt and Nepenthez beef. So Kurt's entire point, because I've watched his full video, which is titled like the end of Nepenthez or something about Nepenthez at the end of him or whatever, and I've watched the full thing, and look, I've not got any affiliation with Nepenthez. He follows me on Twitter and that's it. I've never really spoke to him, but of course he's aware of me in the community. Kurt, I've never talked to him before in the past. He doesn't follow me, I don't follow him. He may be aware of me in the community, but we've never had any contact. So between Nepenthez and Kurt, I have I have no allegiances. I've not talked to any of these two really. So for me, Kurt's entire video is, I like Kurt in some ways because I like the fact that he says it how he is, and you know what, he makes me excited to go watch pro events because I want to see what happens when he wins an event. I want to see what happens. I would love to see that, and when Kurt is at an event, I want him to win because I want to see what happens and what will happen on Twitter if he wins, if he'll be on camera on an interview, what will he say, because I like that he's very straightforward in the way he says things. People may call him a loose cannon, but I like it because guess what? I like personalities in the scene, and people like him makes the community a lot more interesting and diverse. People may say it's annoying, or maybe they may say he's a loose cannon, they may say that he's toxic, but guess what? Every single community has people like this, and you know what? I like the fact that he says it how it is, and that's my side of Kurt. Now, on the screen right now, I'm going to be putting some tweets between Kurt and Nepenthez about the little spat on Twitter. Now, this is no longer on Twitter now. I believe Nepenthez has deleted this, but this is where the entire beef came from. Some words were said between one another in terms of, you know, maybe little petty insults, but it's nothing to insane of what we would really expect from these two. It's obvious that Nepenthez and Kurt doesn't like each other, which, you know, you aren't supposed to like everyone in the community. That's how it is. Nepenthez' side of the argument here is the fact that Kurt has never really done anything for the community. If anything, he's just separated it into a kind of, you know, if you like YouTube, you're in that side, and if you don't like YouTube, then YouTubers, and you're on Kurt's side, in which I got to agree that he has kind of made that kind of community. And I know some Kurt fans watch this, but guys, don't take it personal. I'm just stating facts here. And the Nepenthez says is that Kurt hasn't actually done anything good, and that he just attacks content creators for the sake of doing it. In which Kurt's responses was the fact that, you know, which is true in some cases, saying that content creators do rant videos about how much they hate the game, but yet they still put few points in the game and never actually change what happens. Hence why FIFA 15 is no different to 16, no different to 17, no different to 18, and no different to 19 in terms of how EA treat their buyers, their players. And I agree with that as well, because guess what, I'm not a shining beacon here. I've ranted about the game for ages, I've done rant videos, and I have put FIFA points in the game, and you know, it is how it is. As FIFA YouTubers and as content creators, we've got to put money in the game to make content. That's the sad truth of it. I am very lucky, and I'm confident that every single FIFA YouTuber or streamer or pro player which can make money out of this game is very fortunate to be in the position that we're in. You know, I went to Mackey's for 2 years, and if it wasn't for YouTube, I'll be in university right now, studying for graphic design. I'll actually be in my 3rd year right now. So I'll be studying to become a graphic designer, which I probably would have enjoyed, but of course, I love YouTube. I've been a YouTuber since 2013. I've uploaded 1,400 plus videos, and I will not stop anytime soon. I hope I'm getting my point across here. I may go into tangents here and then, but of course I just want to make sure that you guys keep up to date with me of where I stand between this. But let's get into why this all kicked off, and that is that the Nepenthez and Kurt decided to do a debate on the Nepenthez Vizeh. Now, I was looking forward to this. I could not wait for this because it'd be so interesting to see two obvious side of the coin here go against each other and actually debate about what's good for the game. Because of course, as FIFA YouTubers or pros or content creators, or as fans yourself, we all want the best for the game. And of course, if we can have a simple, mature debate about things, then of course nothing but good can come from it, as long as both sides are mature themselves. Which of course, Nepenthez, if you missed out, did a video stating that he's been advised to not do it. Now, for me, I was quite disappointed. I'll be honest here, I was disappointed because, you know, I felt like there could have been some other things done to try and, you know, make it happen if it was done off camera and then published on Nepenthez' second channel and then on Kurt's channel, and, you know, both sides gets their both sides of the argument. Something like that. I just wish there was a way that Kurt could have actually done a debate with Nepenthez. I would still love for Kurt to do an actual debate with a content creator, a big one at that. I don't want to see name calling just petty insults, because that would change literally nothing. I want to see actual debates about what both sides actually want for the community. Now, for me, all I want is a game where casual players can enjoy the game and actually progress. Because with this game, I'll be honest, the way I see this game is the fact that if you don't play it each week, then you get left behind so easily that you might as well not bother by the time it's November or December, because there'll be the pro players or the hardcore players or the daily players like me, which I play. I'm not a good player, but I play every day because it's my job. I could get a decent team and keep on adding to my squad with div rivals and for champions. You could get so many rewards in FIFA. It's insane, and SBCs and all that good stuff. But if you're a casual player, which, let's be honest guys, most of the players are, 80%, 85% of the community has not even qualified for FUT Champions, and we're acting as if that's the main market, which is not. And we're acting like FUT Champions and pro players are the main market, which is not by any means. 85% of people play career mode or they play pro clubs. I mean, mostly career mode. Most people just play FIFA just have a laugh with their friends. It's ridiculous how much EA push this, but of course that's their moneymaker. And you know what? As a company, we cannot say that EA should not try and get the best for what is better for the company. It'd be stupid of me to have a go at EA for trying to make revenue. However, I feel like they should also make features and game modes that will keep everyone happy, which I feel like that's what EA's been missing out on. Anyway, to end off this video, referring to Kurt as well, from his video referring to, why can't YouTubers like stop making videos for a week, stop spending fuel points for a week, and he said that, this is a quote from in the video, he says, why not just stop uploading for a week? It won't make that much of a difference. It does make a big difference. And he seems like he's trying to tilt all of the blame towards content creators, in which I've got no issues with giving to EA. If anything, I'm one of the biggest ones that's giving to EA. I'm blacklisted by them. I'm trying to work with companies at events in which I've not been allowed to feature in anything to do with EA and their licenses. I'm not on anyone's friends list with EA purely because I make videos which I voice my opinion about the game, and because I do it, that doesn't mean that anyone else has to as well. I am a big fan of free speech, so I'm forever going to state my free speech and my thoughts about a certain topic. FIFA 19 is one of the biggest pay-to-win games in the world, and especially for an esports scene, one of the only esports scenes in the world as well. So that's my opinion, and that's the truth about it. Pro players, which you're saying that all content creators spend field points, and apparently we urge. You sort of say as if because you see someone like a Castro pack icons back to back or something like that, as if people will see that and be like, oh yeah, I'll do that, and also spend field points on that. Which, you know what, that is a fair comment. However, pro players, which of course spend field points as well, because guess what? You aren't doing an RTG to try and build your pro teams, your god teams, which to compete with you need, because guess what? It's pay to win. So pro players and content creators is in the same boat for this entire mess that we're in right now in this community, because guess what? We all have to fight with one another to make content. We all have to try and keep our audiences to try and make content, because our main audiences, which 95% of them or 90% of them is casual, leaves about halfway through the year, and that's the sad truth of it, because FIFA past January is not fun to play because your team is not good enough to compete with the rest of the community, which does play the game a lot, which you actually find to play the game, because those are the main ones that stick about, and the casual players leave, because guess what? As soon as they play a few games, they face Ronaldos and icons, then they think, what's the point? Because they still have like a Zaha on their team, or they may have an okay team with people like a Lewandowski in there, and normal Lewandowski, which is not as good compared to what we see now with icons, with George Best, with all these team the group stage headliners, future stars, Champions League cards, all this mad ass which we see all the time now. They see no point to doing it, and that's the fact of it. So that is my opinion on the entire Nep and Kurt beef. That's my opinion from this entire fits FIFA campaign, or say no to FIFA points campaign. This is just my thoughts on a bunch of topics. So I do hope that Nepenthez and Kurt, or Kurt and someone else, can do a debate, hype in the scene. I'm not saying me because I'm nowhere big enough. However, someone else that's got a voice bigger than me can actually have a debate for the sake of FIFA, and to see if we can actually make a movement for EA to actually, do something, because let's be honest here, guys, they are laughing at us, and that's the way it is. So that's my thoughts on everything. But right now, team of the season is out, so I'm gonna open packs. I'm gonna probably try not to spend 3 points, but yeah, that's the thing. EA, I've got us round on some fingers, and that's just the truth of it. So yeah, let me know your thoughts down below in the comments. Kurt's side, Nep's side, my side. Just tell me what you think. If you guys did enjoy, smash a like on the video. Subscribe if you're new. And with that said, thank you guys for watching. My name is Vizeh. I'll see you next time.